So let's look at surds. Surds are simply um surds are simply numbers or roots of numbers. The surds are simply roots of numbers. I think that's one simple way we can put it. So let's try. So if you remember in high school, we talked about properties of surds like square root of ab would be equal to square root of a times square root of b, or properties like square root of a over b is equal to square root of a over square root of b. So these are some of the properties you saw when you're doing indices, for example. Yeah, these were mostly came under indices. So let's try another example. Let's try an example. Okay, let me just get rid of this. So let's try this one. Let's evaluate. So one way we can simplify this is by saying, okay, what is 28? Now how can we break it down? So 28, we can say 28 is simply 4 times 7. So this is I think, and remember we said this is the same as 4 times square root of 4, sorry, times square root of 7. The square root of 4 is 2. So this is how we can simplify surds. Let's try another one. Square root of 72. Let's say everything over 2. So we first handle the top part. So square root of 72 will be 36 times 2. So it's square root of everything over 2. Square root of 36 is simply 6. And will be left 2 does not have a perfect square, so we got 2. And we can do 2 is 1, and 2 and 2, 6 is going to be 3. The answer is going to be 3. So knowing this really makes our life easier as we go on to other topics. So let's try this. 5 x minus 2 6. So how can we simplify this one? So this one, well, we've seen that we've got 5 square root of 6, so this should act as a guide. And this should act as a guide, so we know that, okay, whatever we do here, we need to try to, since in math, we don't use calculators, so we need to know, okay, I should try to get 6 out of all of it. So here we've got 2 square root of 6, and 4 square root of 4 is 2, so it's going to be 2 here, it's going to be plus, and this is going to be 6. So it says simplifying it, so it simply says 6 plus 6 until this is going to be, we're going to have 49, so it's going to be 6 times 49 would be 294. Okay, then we say 5 square root of 6 minus 4 root of 6. Since this is 2 times 2, that's going to be, let's do that, times 2, that's going to be 4. Okay, and plus 49, square root of 49 is 7. So I'm going to have 7, 7 to 6. And so if you've got this situation, you can simply add and subtract all of them. So we're simply going to say 5 minus 4, which is 1, and 1 plus 7, which is 8. So we're going to have 8 root of 6, and that would be our answer. So let's try these two questions. Okay, so let's evaluate 2 square root 7, 3 times 3 square root 7. So in this case we already have cells, so it's going to be, you can see we've got 7. So this is simply going to be 6. 2 times 3 is 6, so that's going to be 6. Square root 7 times square root 7, well, it's 7 squared, so we can see the square root is going to cancel out, giving us 6 times 7, which is 42. And for this one, you can see we have a square here. So we're going to expand, like we would usually do in a normal question. Expand the normal equation, sorry. 5 plus square root 2. So root of 5 times root of 5, that's going to be 5. Because the roots cancel. Root of 5 plus, times root of 2. It's going to be root of 2 root of 5. This is the same as this, so we're just going to add the 2 because we're going to add, making it 2. Then root of 2 plus root of 2, that's going to be 2, like that. Okay, so now we have 5 plus 2, which we're going to get is 7, and here we can simply multiply the 2 and 5, so it's going to be plus 2, so you can say 2 times 5. So we can clearly see that this becomes 7 plus 2, 10, and that's our answer. Now let's try out this one. 2 root of 3 times 2 root of 3 is going to be 4. Well, root of 3 becomes square. Oh, okay, squared. And 2 root of 3 times 2 root of 5 simply becomes, so the plus becomes 4. 3 times 5, and negative root of 5 times 2 root of 5, that's going to be 2 3 times 5, and 5 negative root of 5 times 2 root of 5 is going to be 2 5 is squared. Okay, so here we can see this cancel, and we're going to have 4 times 3, which is going to be 12. 12 plus, you can see here this 15, it's going to be 4. 15 minus 2, 15, because the 3 and 5 multiply, we're going to have, you can see this cancel, and we're going to have -2 times 5, that's going to be -10 equal. Then we have 12 minus 10, which is going to be 2, and we have 4 minus 2, which is going to be 2. So positive 2, and that's ours. So I'm going to have make some videos for tutorial sheets, and as I said, investors don't usually repeat these tutorial sheets every year. You can check 2020, 2019, and 2021 tutorial sheets. You can find that they're all the same. So I'm going to make videos and on how you can go about the tutorial sheets, and see you in the next video.